The leader of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF chief Edwin Clark, has criticized President Muhammadu Buhari for signing the controversial Petroleum Industry Bill (PIB) 2021 into law. The group led by elder statesman Chief Edwin Clark said, "It is very sad and bad day for Nigeria that despite the overwhelming outcry of the people of the South-South zone, the president still went ahead and signed the PIB into law. PANDEF had insisted that the equity share must be 10% for most communities and rejected the 3% allocated for host communities in the just signed Petroleum Industry Act. It clearly shows that the disregard for the feelings and concerns of the Niger Delta people by the Buhari administration, PANDEF spokesman Ken Robinson said. Clark, who is also the leader of the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum (SMBLF), said the provision that allocated a huge 30% of profit for further frontier oil exploration in the north was a source of concern, especially in a fast-changing world of investment shifts away from fossil oil. He said the PIB does not reflect the long clamor by the people of the region for equity, fairness, and justice, noting that the bill has dashed the hopes of the people of the Niger Delta. In a statement issued by the presidential spokesman Femi Adesina, President Buhari assented to the bill in his determination to fulfill his constitutional duty. The passage of the PIB has proved to be a real nightmare for successive administrations since the need for the bill was first mooted by the former President Olusegun Obasanjo's administration. Recall that in 2018, after the National Assembly passed a harmonious version of the bill, the Petroleum Industry Governance Bill (PIGB), President Buhari refused assent to it due to legal and constitutional reasons. Niger Delta, they really did all they could, had several meetings, even with presidency, Niger Delta leaders, Edwin Clark. They had several meetings with President Muhammadu Buhari regarding this petroleum industry bill. And where they were coming from, their argument was that it's not fair, that the Niger Delta region is the region that even has more, gives the country more. But when it comes to return, when they were talking about return, then it's this region that wants to get the smallest percent allocated back to them. They were pushing for 10% at least, that 3% is a no-no. But it looks like President Muhammadu Buhari has just gone ahead without even considering their concern and even their point where they are coming from. No consideration. President Muhammadu Buhari has just disregarded the Niger Delta's position and what they feel is entitled to them. Even at one point, there was a threat that if President Muhammadu Buhari does not grant what they desire, then they are going to unleash terror. The Niger Delta Avengers. We heard about that report. We did report it here at Peak Media as well, when they threatened that President Muhammadu Buhari, that means he doesn't like the peace that the Niger Delta region is enjoying right now. And we know that when the Niger Delta militants, when they were in action, we saw what that did to all of the oil companies. The Shell had to move away from Warri. Even right now, the oil companies that are left, that major crisis, the Niger Delta militants really did a lot to them, and as a result of that, most of them are even planning right now to move away totally, to end all of the activities totally. Who is losing out at the end of the day? That is what we will check. One other thing Niger Delta they were complaining about was that Niger Delta is the least developed as well. They're talking about just giving 3% back. If we look at all of the other regions, the geopolitical zones, all the geopolitical zones we have, Niger Delta is the least developed, and Niger Delta is the place that even gives more back to the country. So it's very surprising Edwin Clark right now has criticized seriously. So to him, it means President Muhammadu Buhari just disregarded their meetings, all the consultations, because before now, we got the report that this is what they are planning. The bill came and it was still on motion. They were still talking about it, and that was how it came out that it was 3% that they are looking at. And Niger Delta, they were stating that fair enough, if you are saying 3%, let's meet somewhere. 3% is not good enough. That is too small. Let's make it 10%. And they had the hopes that President Muhammadu Buhari would listen, would yield. I can't see anything that President Muhammadu Buhari listens to other than the headsmen, anything that has to do with the headsmen, Fulani headsmen. We can see that this Buhari's government is just in favor of the northerners and in Fulanis. That's why Nigerians believe that President Muhammad Buhari's mission is to just Islamize the country. He's a Fulani man. You can see all of his actions, everything. If this very one, um, the um, the Niger Delta forum, under the leadership of Edwin Clark, they had different consultations with him, different talks with him, that let's make it this way. That was dialogue, the dialogue with him, that it's not fair, it's not right. They gave him the reason, put the reasons down, that see these Niger Delta militants, they've been so quiet for some time now. There's not been any sort of unrest. So these oil companies, they've been able to work peacefully, uninterrupted. Apart from the normal crisis we're going through, the insecurity we're going through, but Niger Delta militants, they've been very calm. So it means that all of those dialogue, it entered into one ear and it came out from the other one. President Muhammad Buhari has no regard for it. Why? Or because it's not anything that has to do with northerners. If it's anything that has to do with northerners, it will always be in favor of them. See the ban on the open grazing that southern governors have been fighting for, that it should be open grazing should be banned. What has President Muhammad Buhari done about that? Guys, let our eyes be open what Buhari's intention is for this country. It is very sad that Niger Delta is requesting for 3%. They are the host communities, for crying out loud. Host communities get 3%. That is it. If we're talking about fairness or justice, it is nothing like that. You see, marginalization is coming again. Federal government is stating 3%, and right now President Muhammad Buhari has just signed this. The statement Pandef just released is that it clearly shows the disregard for the feelings and the concerns of the Niger Delta people by Buhari's administration. Buhari's administration does not care about anyone. If it's nothing about the northerners, he doesn't really bother. Let's see what is going on right now. I don't know if they are going to kick against this, what they would do next, but right now they've just expressed their dissatisfaction over President Muhammad Buhari signing this PIB into law. Guys, drop us your take. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, click on the like button, and if it's your first time, please hit on the subscribe button. God bless you. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.